Holy shit, we're live.
Nah.
Hello, everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Welcome to the show. We're here to play some Quiet Year. This is a part 2 for this. After last session, I was like, what am I going to do with this setting that we're making? Because initially I'm thinking like, ooh, we could do America. But this shit ended up going very not weird in the ways I was expecting. So I did some research, and I'm thinking this is going to be a Fallout 2D20 game here in the future. So I think that'll fit it really good. But first, we'll do, introduce ourselves. But before we do that, I do have a joke that I want to share with all of you.
Oh no.
Oh.
I went to the tattoo artist. I was thinking about, possible tattoo ideas. I don't have a lot of money, so like I was going to ask him like, price wise and go with the one that fits my budget the best. So I go up and I'm talking to the tattoo artist. I'm like, all right, I got 2 ideas and I want to go with the one that costs the least. First one is tattoo of 2 birds in my junk region. They're like, all right, cool. And I'm like, the other idea is a picture of a tattoo of a bigger bird on my palm. So I'm like, which will be cheaper? And that's the one I'll go with. And the tattoo artist is like, well, here's the thing. They're going to cost the same price. And I'm like, what? How are they going to cost the same price? And they're like, well, because a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Darn it. Oh man.
You're all welcome.
I saw it coming just a second before it hit.
That's great. All right, introductions. I'm Chuck. That's all you need to know. Dan, who are you?
I'm Dan.
That's all you need to know. Tyler, who are you?
I'm Tyler.
Tyler's eating dinner, and that's all you need to know. Alex, who the fuck are you?
Alex.
Okay, good job. Jake.
Can I get a hint?
You're Jake.
Am I Jake?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Jake.
Yeah, that's all you need to know. Welcome to the show.
You say the American school system isn't that great.
Right? I had to do math at work today.
Oh no.
The sad part is the sad part is I wasn't the worst at it.
Oh.
I want to remind everyone I work for a college, so American education
At its finest.
Is there a roll 20 for this or something?
Oh
Or
yeah,
not?
you probably need to know that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You might want that.
Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
You may have already linked it and I just didn't see it in here.
That is true. All right. There it is, Tyler. Join that son of a biscuit eater. All right.
Oh, it's a forge. Okay.
Yeah. How am I
no.
supposed to do math after French toast? You can't.
I don't think it's physically possible.
It's not. It's really not. All right, I'm going to take us through a quick recap of everything that happened last session, mainly so Tyler can get into the thing. And then we're going to get into it. And since Tyler didn't play last session, it means he has to go first this session.
Sweet.
All right, so let's see. Starting out from the top, putting out some rumors and shit about the place. Nope, I got to scroll up higher. Concrete animals. So there's the waste off to the side filled with concrete animals. And it's rumored that they come alive when no one is watching and they move around. There's predators roaming the area, and those are wild dogs. You're safe around them as long as you don't have any food on you. There was an abandoned vet that was burnt down because of insurance fraud. But before it burnt down, all the pets got super crazy, and the longer they were there, the weirder they got. But the fire from the arson and the chemicals didn't kill the crazy pets, it made them stronger. The vet owner died and burned alive, and the ground it was built on is cursed, and no one wants to build on it after. There's a not cursed broken machine that was found. It looks repairable, like it powers some kind of portal, but no one has any idea who made it, where it goes, or how it works. There is an asylum close by to the school, which is the asylum that looks like a church, kind of down towards the south.
I got you.
But this is where shit gets kind of weird. So it used to be a church. People reached their elderly years and started losing their faculties earlier than normal, and were put in the church. It became an asylum. Then it was the original school, but the population grew and they had to build a newer, better school. Kind of the base of operations is the big green school in the center. That's the center of the settlement.
It seems to say making weapons above that school.
Yes, there is a forge behind it. We'll get there.
Oh, behind it. Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping in the school.
So yeah, and then it was an asylum. They made it look like a church so people would come in and they could trap them. Things are weird. Old silos are by the concrete waste, and it makes people feel uncomfortable. Something's going on with the farm and the crops, because planting hasn't even finished, and that shit's already in bloom and coming up. This is the first year that happened. Some of the crops are things people haven't seen before. Growing plants and veggies of odd sizes, small watermelons, big berries. There's a hermit who lives away from the group and has been destroying the concrete animals. He destroyed them because, well, he's keeping it a secret out of necessity, and he hopes that it is permanent. Secretly, the elders are running a cult out of the asylum, and that's the secret of their youth. The elderly don't let anyone under the age of 65 into the asylum. There's a pilgrimage where just the young people have to go on, but secretly people think the young people are just getting locked up in the asylum. No one ever comes back. Eldest members of the community claim to be so old that they saw life before the apocalypse. Details of the pilgrimage. People are selected by going through a lottery. It's very dangerous. Only 1 out of 10 return. Those who go on it are not allowed to talk about it to those who have not gone on it. The editor of the school paper tried to sneak along, but didn't come back. If it is done and exceeds expectations, the pilgrimage can be put on pause for 5 years. And then there was a thing where there was 2 twins fighting, early 20s. One got picked for the lottery and tried to steal the other's identity. The old switcheroo. So the punishment for minor crimes: manual labor on the concrete mixer, community service like painting, hunting. Like if you're a skilled hunter, you got to gather 2 dog pelts or 10 squirrel pelts. Helping the elderly. Or if they really are fucking up, they have to stay the night in the waste alone with the concrete animals overnight. Bad omens and predators are afoot. Someone has gone missing. It is Dylan Pumpernickel. Saw someone in the vet's office and he went carelessly to investigate. Never returned. Which is interesting because this place is ran by Old Man Pumpernickel. There's someone there who considers himself a prophet, and the only one who can talk with the old people and understand them, and has an odd amount of influence over the entire settlement because of it. Those who return from the pilgrimage are put on the council to help run things. And the secret here is that Old Man Pumpernickel is actually a title given to the oldest member of the community. When they take the title, all of their family takes the Pumpernickel name as well.
What a twist.
Yeah, there's an apartment building nearby ran by Laura O'Connor. Is that how I'm pronouncing that, Alex? You came up with it. The Laura who runs the apartments. Laura, I wrote down Okane.
I think it's okay.
Okane?
Yeah, it was okay. It was
All
okay.
right, cool. There's people putting up graffiti all over mocking Laura, and she has to clean it up every Thursday. There's an old man who confesses to cryptically, and he says he destroyed the door. There's a subterranean community beyond the waste. They are legally distinct vault dwellers. The mountain is hollow, and there's a tunnel that was going through it. The vault dwellers worship a squirrel. There's a girl who goes out to feed the squirrels, but she's actually taking food to the vault dwellers. They claim to worship the elder gods that they refer to as influencers. Their religion is led by an advanced AI known as the algorithm, and the squirrel they worship they think is the avatar of one of these influencers. There's a forge that's making boot knives, but there's not enough weapons being made given the input of raw materials, like shit's disappearing. They're also making crude firearms, tactical military shovels to use against the vault dwellers. And they're also working on, but no one has seen, their flamethrower. Then suddenly, Old Man Pumpernickel died. And there's some shit about him. He was disliked. The new Old Man Pumpernickel is an old lady who everyone likes in town. She had a feud with Laura and may try to grab power. But people are still afraid to speak out against the dead Old Man Pumpernickel. Mice migration patterns are off. Some of them are controlled by vault dwellers to generate content. The uncontrolled mice are getting smarter and have been seen using crude tools. Some have even been seen communicating with the dogs. They never go near the apartment complex, though.
The dogs or the squirrels, or both?
Mice.
Okay.
With the concrete animals, every now and then one of them shows up by the apartment or school. Seems like they're reproducing. They aren't moving on their own. It's just someone pranking that hermit. And these are rumors that people are hearing about the animals. Some people that have tried to study the animals have claimed that the erosion on the animals from the weather seems to be abnormally heavy. And also that apparently there's a rumor that Old Man Pumpernickel III is the one who put the animals there, but no one knows why. And then there's some shit about a smell. And really the smell it comes down to, it's squirrel mating season. Hey, Bert. And you're just smelling squirrel sex. All right. So, Tyler. In Foundry, the little number bar along the bottom left. Do you see it?
Oh, yes.
Do you see, what is it, number 5? Does it have a picture of a sun there?
Number 5 just says, it's all just create new macros.
That's fine.
I see summer macro. I just need to add it to the bar.
Yes, add summer macro to the bar and then click on that son of a biscuit eater.
Okay. Summer.
Okay. So if you click on that in the little chat box, the little book with the 2 of diamonds,
Stop that.
go ahead and read what it says.
2 of diamonds. Someone new arrived. Who, why are they in distress? Or someone leaves the community. Who, what are they looking for?
So pick one of those and make up an answer.
Okay. Well, I'll be honest, there are a lot of people in this community, and I didn't track all of their names at all, so someone new arrived.
Okay, that's fine. And listen, we're just making shit up. Like, the only people we've really fleshed out are Laura, who runs the apartments, the 2 kids who are fighting, the hermit of the waste, and the Pumpernickel, the 4th family, and Pumpernickel, the 5th family. So,
Are we... Yeah. How closely involved are we with the influencers in the
not really, But I mean,
Okay.
if you want to introduce an influencer, you certainly can. Or a vault dweller.
I'm trying to think. I am not super creative, so this is kind of challenging.
Yeah.
Someone leaves the community.
Someone leaves.
Frank the Furnace Master.
Frank the Furnace Master.
He leaves because he's in search of more raw materials to turn into weapons.
Okay. Very cool. So next up, we don't have any project dice out on the table right now.
It's
we
just
do.
one for repairing roads.
So I'll move that. The roads are now repaired.
Okay.
So now, Tyler, you get to take your action. You can discover something new. So draw something new on the map and tell us something about it. Hold a discussion. You can either ask a question, and then everyone takes a turn answering it, or you can make a statement, and everyone adds to that statement. Or finally, you can start a new project, some kind of work to help improve the community. So, like examples of past projects for us: tunnel through the mountain, fixing the roads, prepping supplies for scouting missions. We made crops, irrigation system, a forge, and a farm, and a water reservoir. Hey there, Oak.
You said there was a mysterious power structure that we don't know much about?
Yes, there's a mysterious machine. Supposedly,
can we try to
it's
repair it?
some kind of portal. So yeah, you could start a project for repairing the machine.
That's what I want to do.
All right, roll me a d6.
That's that one.
I'll tell you what, we're going to put it right here. I'll put it over here. What did you get?
Or 3.
Okay. So that is going to take 3 weeks to complete.
Yeah.
Let's see. So by the overlay, were we going clockwise or counterclockwise?
We're going clockwise.
That means you're up next, Dan.
Okay. And we're doing summer?
Summer.
All right. Outsiders arrive in the area. How are they a threat or how are they valuable? Or outsiders arrive in the area. How many? And how are they greeted?
So the first one, how are they a threat? How are they vulnerable?
Vulnerable, sorry.
That's all right.
I misread.
You son of a biscuit eater.
I wonder if there's going to be like, I feel like since we're kind of late in Fallout, maybe there's going to be like raiders from another town.
Okay. From another town.
Like now that we've gotten the roads repaired.
Yeah. How are they a threat? How are they a threat?
I'm going to say maybe there's just a lot of them, but they're not well equipped.
Okay, and they are vulnerable. Are not well equipped. Very cool, very cool. All right. We'll reduce
maybe
that.
they're after our forge.
Could be.
And our weapons.
Reduce that down to 2 for repairing the machine. Take your action, man.
Oh gosh. other sort of projects. I guess maybe we need to start building a wall
And make the Raiders pay for it.
and make the Raiders pay for it. It's the only way. It's gonna
Alright.
take 5 turns.
You wanna draw a wall on there?
Let's see. Get the pencil.
Is it a wall that's like right in the middle of town, so it's completely pointless?
Let's see. We're just kind of gonna whoop, like up to kind of the mountains.
Sure.
Oop, cat. I don't need your help.
Oh, so you're walling in the wastes?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, we got to send people there, you know.
That is true. Very cool.
Should probably leave a little gap in there or something, but
Okay. All right. So this giant
oh,
walled in area.
close enough.
Cool. That works. All right. Then it's my turn. I'm going to draw summer. How many summer cards do we have left? I went through and I fixed these the other day. We've got 3 left. So everyone will get a card for summer. And then we'll move on to fall. All right, 10 of diamonds. You'll discover a cache of supplies or resources. Add a new abundance. Or a scarcity has gone unaddressed for too long. Start a project that will alleviate that scarcity. So we're short on water and concrete and metal and super growing soil, but we have abundance of squirrels. No, we got a new abundance. I'm going to put it down there. We found, while working on the mine, we found a stash of pre-apocalypse guns.
Nice.
Because everything is better with guns. All right. Discover something new. Hold a discussion. I want to hold a discussion. And I want to ask a question. Oh, I need to reduce that die too. We're now on 1 and 4. How are... Because the Raiders showed up. Are any of the Raiders trying to integrate into the settlement? That's a yes or no question. I don't know if that's good. It's supposed to be open-ended. How are the Raiders trying to make their way into the settlement? Alex, answer the question first.
Are they trying to sneak in, you say?
That's up to you.
Okay. So wait, so do we trying to sneak in? I thought they're trying to go through the apartments.
Okay. Some of them are trying to settle into the apartments.
They're trying to claim that they were rightful owners of the apartments before.
Jake?
Saw one of them out in the crop field screaming at everybody that he was a cabbage. Like we weren't just going to notice he was some guy screaming that he was a cabbage. What a weirdo.
Tyler? Yeah.
I think some of them have tried to sneak into the asylum, not knowing anybody, trying to join the asylum from the inside.
Dan?
I think they're coming after just the silo and the forge, but they're coming through the waste to get there. Coming after our food and guns.
Cool. All right. That is my turn. Alex, you're up.
Just read it out.
What's that?
You want me to read it out?
Yeah.
All right. A project fails. Which one and why? Or something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity.
So our two projects right now is repairing the mysterious machine or build a wall for defense. And yeah, if you want to add a new scarcity, you can come up with whatever the fuck you want.
The wall fails.
Okay.
It has to.
Mm-hmm. And the why is simply the wall was built on very soft ground, so people have just been digging under it.
Oh God.
It turns out the Raiders didn't pay for the wall.
Yeah. Which led it to be only 6 feet high.
Okay. So that means I'm just getting rid of the wall for defense.
I think Home Improvement had a taller fence than we had.
Oh God. I believe it.
Goodbye, wall. I've worked on you so hard.
All right. And with that, the project of repairing the mysterious machine is done. Alex, take your turn.
Oh. I would like to hold a discussion
Sure.
with this newly repaired machine. Who's going to attempt to use it first? Yeah, that's the question I want.
Right. Jake, you're the first to answer.
I say we make one of the outsiders go through it.
Oh, nice. Tyler.
I think instead of going on a normal, what was the word you used? Where the people, yeah, we send a group of kids on a pilgrimage through the mysterious portal.
Give me a second. Dan.
Gosh, does it have to be someone from our side of the portal who uses it first?
No, it just says who should go through it first.
Someone on the other side, something has been waiting.
Prophecies. I'm liking that.
Okay. Let's see. We should send children through on a pilgrimage. We should send an outsider through. The vault dwellers have began receiving new transmissions, and they want to be the first ones to go through. Let's see, Alex, you want to answer your question?
Hell yeah. What's the name of the leader of the town again?
Pumpernickel.
Yeah.
Old man Pumpernickel the Fifth.
This journey can only be truly fulfilled and understood and most, brought back to us by only an old man. So whoever the current Pumpernickel, I think, should go through.
Yes, the current old man Pumpernickel the Fifth can go through. And so she will volunteer herself to go through. So it sounds like we have a conflict brewing.
We fucked everybody with that answer.
Gonna have a boxing match.
Three people with a handful of kids yelling no. Another person with outsiders screaming no. And just a pumpernickel. I mean, I can go.
Yeah. Okay. Jake, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Oh, summer. Someone tries to take control of the community by force. Do they succeed? Why do they do this? Or a headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas in motion. Start a foolish project.
We already know where Jake's going.
I don't know. Both of them are good.
Yeah, I
Those
can
are
see the
friggin' great.
It's that last one.
Somebody wants to replicate the machine by pointing it in the opposite direction so you can have an infinite feedback loop of machine transfers. You just go in one and you come out the other over and over and over again somehow.
They want to portals it.
I want a portal inside the portal.
Okay, give me a D6. Go ahead and make that a heading because I'm sure we're coming back to that. That's good. All right, so that'll take 4 weeks to complete. All right. Put a die on there. Jake, it's your turn.
I will hold a discussion. I'll just make a statement that says 5 bullets says the guy building the new portal blows himself up.
Okay, you make a statement.
I'll take those odds.
So Tyler, it's your turn to respond. Let me double check the rules, make sure I'm going to tell you the right things.
Girl.
Hold a statement. Making a statement, you go clockwise. Everyone gets to weigh in with a single statement of 1 to 2.
So this is in response to Jake's statement? Or is
So yeah, you can either, since it's a statement, you just add to it.
okay. So Jake's statement was 5 bullets that the guy making that portal will blow himself up.
Yeah.
I think that that's a pretty fair bet, and I'm not one to disagree with you. Messing around with ancient machinery and stuff. That's cruising for a accident or a disappearing, one or the other.
Cool. Dan.
Now he's making a second portal, right?
He is trying to duplicate the
He's
portal.
making a portal inside the portal so that whenever you step into one, you pop out the other repeatedly.
Yeah, he's making a feedback loop inside the portal, essentially.
Yo, dog, I heard you like portals, so I put a portal in your portal so you can portal while you portal.
Exactly.
Hell, I think the Vault Dwellers want to use this portal, so they're probably gonna, either go after him or sabotage it, whichever is the least likely to result in the machine getting destroyed.
So 5 bullets is the guy making and blows himself up. Think that's a fair bet. No one's wants to disagree with it, but the Vault Dwellers want to sabotage the portal to protect the machine.
The original
And
portal.
The portal.
the mice have been seen gathering around the portal at night like they know how to use it.
Holding hands.
Alex.
Oh, all right. They think they're gonna blow up. I think another statement is that not only is this man courageous, he might just be, stepping into the, pants of a next pumpernickel. Just throwing that out there. I support him in every way.
Okay.
When Pumpernickel goes through the portal, a new Pumpernickel is born.
That's exactly how it works. All right.
Where no pumpernickel has gone before.
We're now on to fall. Tyler, go ahead, hit that fall button.
New macro. Ball.
Oh.
Hang on. There we go. Ball. King of clubs.
Gosh.
Oh, no.
A natural disaster strikes the area. Choose one. You focus on getting everyone to safety. You remove an abundance and the project fails. Or you focus on protecting your supplies and hard work at any cost. Several people just die as a result. Which is the mysterious portal feedback loop the only
project right now?
Then I think that there's like a earthquake and like a sinkhole opens up underneath the mysterious portal. The second one that he's trying to build, and he just swallows it up into the earth. Unfortunately, in doing that, it does lose some of our squirrels.
Oh.
So we no longer have an abundance of squirrels.
Okay.
Because yeah.
So I'm just going to remove squirrels from the list. So they are no longer an abundance, but they're not a scarcity yet. And that means that project fails, right? All right, the portal is no more. All right, Tyler. Now it's your turn. You can discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
I. Ever something new, holder stuff. No. I think that these rats gathering around the portal at night, acting like they know how to do something about it, it's getting suspicious. I think we need to do something about the rats before they get out of hand.
Okay,
What
sounds
do
like
you
a
guys all
project.
think? Yeah, let's put create rat traps.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
Ooh, lots of rat traps.
Hard to make rat traps.
Good red traps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is your turn, which means it's up to Dan now.
Let's see what the fall has in store. A project just isn't working out as expected. Radically change the nature of this project. Don't modify the project die. When it resolves, you will be responsible for telling the community how it went, or something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add new scarcity. Our projects are just not meant to succeed here.
So here's the thing with that. You decide how it's going to change, and after it resolves, then you can tell us how you changed it.
All right.
All right, so if that's what you're doing, is that what you're doing?
It is what I'm doing.
Okay. Count diag on that goes down to 4. Go ahead and take your turn.
I think that that sinkhole opened up into a cave system, and we got to figure out what's inside of it. So that'll be kind of the question: is what's inside the cave system?
Oh, okay. All right. Let me write that question down. So I get to answer first. What's inside the cave system? The earthquake caused the sinkhole, which destroyed the portal. And inside that sinkhole was a cave system. And inside that cave system are all of the previous pumpernickels.
Are they alive or are they
Like
dead?
alive or
Alive.
frozen or
Oh, I like that. All of the previous pumpernickels were discovered in that cave system in cryogenic stasis.
Oh.
Alex, you get to answer that too.
So it's just what do we think is down there?
Yeah, Dan asked what's in this cave system. So give him an answer. You can build on mine or come up with something new.
Come up with something new. It's obvious. Those aren't there some Tranian people?
There's the vault dwellers.
Those damn vault dwellers are trying to steal it.
Mole people. Oh.
I think it's an act of war. Just saying.
Oh shit.
Just saying. It's out there. They try to take our portal. How dare they?
I'm gonna fight back.
Jake.
Says they're all still alive, but I heard old man Pumpernickel III burned to death. He's looking pretty healthy right there.
Can I ask another question off of what you just said?
Yeah.
How did he burn to death? What did you hear?
Oh, God.
Did you say a
already tried
bathing
to-
accident?
I thought it was the insurance fraud at the vet office.
I thought it was an anniversary party where he was responsible for the fireworks display.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look, all I know is he burned to death. I don't know how. Could have been anything.
All right, Tyler. What's inside the cave that the sinkhole revealed?
as you're investigating all of these pumpernickels that are frozen in whatever, you start to realize that they all look like they're actually clones of each other. Even Miss Pumpernickel somehow.
Okay. So like maybe there's multiples of each old man Pumpernickel,
Yep.
including old man Pumpernickel the fifth. Dan?
I'm going to go real deep on this one.
Okay.
Secretly, our whole town is actually like like Truman Show for the vault dwellers. And the pumpernickels are just their element of control in the show. They've been using the pumpernickels to control us, and they watch us, and that's us as their entertainment. You're muted, Jake.
They're creating content for the algorithm.
They're creating content.
Oh God, we are the algorithm.
We're what's trending now. Oh no!
We're unwitting participants.
It's the only way we will ever be trending, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, the Pumpernickel wives. Who was that? That was Jake? Or no, that was
Dan.
That was Dan. Dan, you just asked that question.
Yes, I did.
Okay, cool. That means it's my turn. I draw fall. And I think what we're going to do to kind of expedite this, rather than going through all the fall and winter cards, maybe we'll just go through 2 each.
That seems fair.
Let's see. Who started fall? Tyler, you started fall?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jake, after you draw your second fall card, we'll move on to winter. But I'll draw my first fall card.
Oh, and we need to move my die.
Oh, I will let you do that then while I read this. All right, 2 clubs. Someone returns to the community. Who? Where were they? You find a body. Do people recognize who it is? What happened? Someone returns to the community. Well, it's got to be...
Not sure I can move the die.
I'll grab it then. Make sure you're not on the drawing tool.
I'm not. I'm on the little person select, but it's not letting me move it.
Okay, I got you. One of the pilgrims return.
Oh no.
One of the pilgrims that was sent through the portal. Let me read how much information I provide. Who? So one of the pilgrims, we're going to say this is Timothy Chalamet.
No. The ghost child.
The ghosts who died who come back to live.
Who? Where were they? They were here. But everything was different. There was strange technology and lights all over. And the vault dwellers just walked around and no one seemed to notice them. That's my answer. Okay, so I'm going to adjust the die down to 2. And discover something new, hold a discussion, start a project. I want to discover something new because we haven't done that in a while. Beyond the river, the little stream along the back that we get our water from, we discover... What do we discover? What seems like an arcade with strange bipedal animal creatures walking around inside, guarding it. Okay. That's where it's at. Oh, you're making the sinkhole?
Yep.
All right. That's going to be the end of my turn. The dogs are about to start barking. My turn. So it's Alex's turn.
All right. We're still in fall, correct?
Yep.
Project finishes early. Which one and why? If there's no project underway, restlessness creates animosity, which leads to violence. Who gets hurt? Did we have a project going?
We do, and I get to tell you about it if it finishes.
Oh, so okay. So do I know what the project is?
So if
It's the smart mouse traps.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So the mousetraps finished early.
So there's a multi-layered catch to this. Initially, it started out as smart mousetraps, but something about the project changed. And only Dan knows what that is. So Dan, why don't you reveal to us what's changed? And then Alex, you can reveal to us
How it finished early.
why it finished early.
Well, at first, the smart mouse traps seemed to be working, but over time they became less and less effective. But they don't call them smart mice for nothing. And soon people started having lots of accidents.
Have they become people traps?
Yeah.
They've become people traps.
Oh no.
Traps belong to the smart mice.
So, Alex, why did that finish early?
Oh, because there was a influx of mice, so we quickly saw how bad they were at catching mice. But
Okay.
it was good at catching the people who were checking on the catching of mice.
Okay. So the people just kind of abandoned it. Just like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah, it's your turn. Discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
What do I need to do to start a project?
Just make up a project, roll a d6.
Does our city have any defenses?
Well, there was the wall.
There's an attempt made.
I forgot about that. So we do have these now human traps, correct?
Yeah. And a
But the mice
stash of
paid.
pre-war weapons.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna try to catch some subterranean people. I think that's a project.
All right.
Find out if they were trying to get our portal. Portal.
All right, roll me a d6.
Maybe they'll come from the mountains. Since I think we had unresolved sounds in the mountain.
Oh, there are strange sounds coming from mountains, yeah.
Right.
It's going to take 2 weeks. All right. Jake, you're up.
Here we go. Queen of Clubs. Disease spreads through the community. Choose one. You spend the week quarantining and treating the disease. Project dice are not reduced this week. Nobody knows what to do about it. Add health and fertility as a scarcity. Yeah, I think we can just spend a week quarantining.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right, so the dice is not reduced. You can take your turn.
All righty. I think I will. I can't really start a project, can I?
Sure you can.
I guess while in quarantine, one family will begin construction on the world's first life-size popsicle stick house.
Nice.
Okay.
Quality.
That'll be an attraction.
Go ahead and draw
Awesome.
that on the map too.
They do know Guinness probably doesn't exist, right?
It's probably gonna make so much content though for the vault dwellers.
The problem is they live on the 5th floor of the apartment building, so they will be.
Yeah, not the best spot.
So are they making it on the roof?
No, they're making it in their apartment.
Oh God. All right. Cool. Tyler, you're up.
I'm up.
Yeah, Jake just took
Alright.
his turn.
Autumn.
Oh, was Tyler supposed to switch to winter on this one?
No.
No, that was the
This is my
first
second
round.
card.
Okay.
The strongest among you dies who caused their deaths, or the weakest among you dies who's to blame for their death. I think that the children coming back from their pilgrimage through the portal, racked by visions of insanity, finally passed away.
Okay.
And
Poor children in this community.
poor children in this community. Now, this arcade, we don't know much about it yet, correct?
Yeah.
We just recently discovered.
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm trying to think.
So, do you want to ask a question about the arcade or make a statement about it?
Yeah, I want to do some investigating around the arcade, and what do you guys think is in this arcade?
All right, Dan, you get to answer that first.
I think that there's going to be a belief that if they can return power to the arcade and they can get a high score on a certain machine, that it will unlock, treasure for them.
Mm.
Get a high score, win a prize. It's just going to be taken out of context.
Okay. What's in the arcade? I heard that there's an entire civilization of army men who live in the arcade. But the catch is they're all like 2 inches tall.
Do they not move if you're looking at them?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard of like army men.
Alex.
All right, we're wondering what's in this arcade, right?
Yeah.
Children.
Children?
Children of the arcade.
Yeah, that's essentially it.
Okay.
Who knows what powers they hold,
The Dance revolutionists.
what gamer skills they have.
God damn. I can't stop yawning. Jake.
I tried to find out what was in the employees only door, but a bipedal toad turned his foot into a boot and kicked me in the ass.
Like that.
At least he didn't hit you with his spaghetti.
Not the spaghetti.
Stabbed me with a bird mouth. That would have hurt.
Yeah. All right, Tyler, you want to answer your question?
My thing, there's a bunch of weird cabinets that are just completely dark. There's graffiti all over the sides of them, and nobody knows what they do. And also, there's a tattoo machine.
Of course there is. Tattoo. All right, Dan, it's your turn.
All right. What do we got? The ace. The community becomes obsessed with a single project. Which one? Why? Choose one. They decide to take more time to ensure it's perfect, add 3 weeks, or they drop everything else to work on it. All their projects fail. If there are no projects underway, add a scarcity born of idleness. We have 2 projects.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're going to work really hard on the life-size popsicle stick house.
Okay. So
Sad thing is, they're
weeks.
just gluing popsicle sticks all over the entire apartment,
Yeah.
furniture and all.
And it says all other projects fail.
Gosh, was that what it was? Oh no, it's a drop everything else to work on all projects fail. So adding 3 weeks is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one continues.
Okay. With that, the capture subterranean people with mouse/people traps complete. Dan,
Yeah,
you can take
brother.
your action.
I'm actually going to start another project, which is to basically add like a water wheel to the like river or whatever, and attempt to use it to generate power.
All right.
Getting electricity back.
Roll me that d6 and then go ahead and draw it on the map up by that water.
3.
Hey, why did you do that? Okay. That means it's my turn. We're in autumn still. Pulled a 5. The parish arrives. Who are they, and why have they chosen your community, and for what? A small gang of marauders that's making its way through the local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry? I think the parish is going to show up. Who are they, and why have they chosen your community, and for what? Well, like all good things in life, it all revolves around a cult. They chose the community because the community because they're a bunch of sinners trying to embrace technology.
This is what led to the war in the first place.
So yeah, they're here to destroy technology and convert the town.
Mm.
Okay. We got to reduce some dice so that 5 becomes a 4. And that 3 becomes a 2. Project discussion discovery. You know, we got a lot of projects going. We got 2 projects. We just found the arcade. Let's do a discussion. I'm going to do a statement playing on the parish. The leader of the parish looks odd. Alex, add to that.
Say that one more time.
The leader of the parish looks odd.
How does he look like? Hands are backwards.
Jake, you want to add to that?
His eyelids are inside out.
Tyler, you want to add to that?
He got 6 fingers on his left hand.
Yeah, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure character?
Hmm?
Nothing.
Maybe. Dan, add to that. Muted.
Most of the time, everything looks, normal when you see him, but if you look real close when he, moves around and stuff like that, it almost seems not natural.
Seems unnatural. So unnatural movement.
Like that uncanny valley sort of thing where it's like,
All right. Cool.
even robotic.
Alex, you're up. I like the implications there, Dan. Drawing fall.
Harvest is here and plentiful, and in abundance. Or cold autumn winds drive out your enemies. Remove a threatening force from the map and the area. Ooh.
Oh God, what's that? How did they do that?
What did you do?
I made a big old goofy line on the screen somehow.
So as far as threatening forces go, Alex, we've got quite a few. We've got the concrete animals. We've got the dogs.
The Raiders.
The Raiders, the mice, the parish, the vault dwellers.
Potentially the old people running the cult in the church.
Potentially.
Depending on how you want to look at it. I think there's dogs also.
Yeah. Dogs.
That didn't mention. Our world sucks to be in.
Yeah,
I think the cold drove the dogs off.
Okay.
Brawny, patchless coats cannot stand.
Cool. I will adjust the die. That 4 becomes a 3. And that 2 becomes a 1. Now it's your turn, Alex. What you gonna do, man?
I always like holding discussions, but I don't know what to hold a discussion about.
Discussions are fun.
Did the portal ever get finished?
Yeah, the portal is up and operating. The portal within a portal is what was destroyed.
Okay.
The portal was a failure.
That is true. But I still blame the cave dwellers on that.
That's fair. So, did you figure out your discussion?
Not yet. Oh, wait, so there's a big hole in the middle of the town, right?
Yeah. That leads.
Yep, that's where the cave is with the
subterranean people and
Nichols.
People in cryo. Yeah. It could go deeper.
Yeah, my discussion is, do we seal it or do we explore it?
Jake, you're the first one to answer that question.
I'll let you guys know later if it's safe, but I'll scout out ahead.
This Pumpernickel the Fifth.
Tyler, do we seal the cave or explore it?
I think we should blow it up. Sealing everything inside of there.
Dan.
I'm thinking that it gets explored because I kind of the way I'm imagining it is it's like part of the vault, maybe the vault is huge and sprawling and this part's been like collapsed and caved off from the rest of it somehow. And so there's more stuff that we could possibly use down there. Since, an earthquake and all.
Mm-hmm. Jake, what was the name of the person who went in to scout it out?
I don't remember.
Okay. All right.
Is that a oddly you don't remember?
I mean, well, do you remember?
I don't remember. I'm sure they went down there. So we've got, how am I going to answer it? Someone, we don't remember who went down there. We should blow it up, explore it as maybe it's part of the vault. We should seal it up to protect the unborn pumpernickels.
Interesting.
Bake a little bit longer until they're ready to come out.
Alex, you want to answer that?
I say we explore it so we can find the weaknesses in vault dwellers' encampments. Then the real war will begin.
Okay. Cool. Jake, your turn. Last card
I'll
from
be
fall.
right back.
Sure.
3 of clubs. Someone leaves the community after issuing a dire warning. Who? What is the warning? Or someone issues a dire warning and the community leaps into action to avoid disaster. What is the warning? Start a contentious project that relates to it. The mice flee from the mysterious machine.
Oh.
And they all spell out the word run for 3 days on the road leading to the tunnel through the mountain. And then they're gone.
I like it.
That's mighty terrifying.
All right. Cool. Let's adjust some dice. So the water wheel is up and running, and we now have electricity to the arcade.
Sweet.
Jake, it's your turn to take an action.
I think I'll start a project. I'll open up a firing range near the forge in order to test out our weapons, since apparently the stuff is about to hit the fan.
Okay. I'll write it down. We're going to roll me a d6 and then draw where that firing range is going to be to the best of your ability because it's kind of cluttered up there.
Just back it up right against the apartment complex.
There is a firing range.
Or the school, you know.
Yeah, I figured it should be by the forge to, got your weapons, got the firing range.
All right, and you rolled a 3. Cool, 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 cool. Tyler, your turn. First card of
It
winter.
is time to roll winter.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Oh. Well, you ended the game.
The Frost Shepherds arrived. The game is over.
We should have run. We should have run from when the mines told us to.
You know.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
And the life-size popsicle stick house didn't get finished either.
No, it didn't.
That would have saved us from the Frost Shepherds for sure.
Okay. Definitely earlier than what I wanted to end this.
Draw a different one.
Yeah. Let's at least keep going for another half hour. Don't roll yet. I'm going to reset that 5. Go ahead and roll again.
You see a good omen. What is it? The crops. The crops in the crops area. They are starting to look more normal again. Almost like they're actually not irradiated weird things. And in response to that, I want to start putting up a fence to protect the crops from the rats and the squirrels and
a fencing project.
Everything else.
Smaller one than last time.
Yeah, just 5 weeks of fence.
Okay. Go ahead and draw a fence around those crops.
Is that visible to everyone? I don't know how this game works, so.
So on the left, you'll see the little pencil tool.
Ooh,
No, I think he made like a rectangle around.
Oh, you drew it already?
I did.
Okay.
Yep. I just want to make sure everybody can see it.
Just swap some project dice around.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So this 3 becomes a 2.
Maybe the popsicle house will get done yet.
Here's hoping.
Or the Frost Shepherds will come, and that'll be the end of that.
All right, that means it's your turn, Dan.
All right, let's see what we got here. Someone comes up with an ingenious solution to a big problem, and as a result, a project finishes early. What was their idea? Or someone comes up with a plan to ensure safety and comfort during the coldest months. Start a project related to this.
So current projects, popsicle, firing range, fence. Now the popsicles are going to end your turn, so I wouldn't waste that on
Don't need
this.
to worry about that. I'm tempted to just go ahead and they learned from their previous attempt at building a wall, and they do a better job making a much smaller wall this time.
Okay.
Which should also help protect them in winter too, by having, their crops protected.
All right. Good.
Diverts those winter winds away.
Is done. It's your turn. Take your turn.
All right. I think now that power has been restored to the arcade, there's also radio broadcasts that are being heard over the speakers of it. What are they? What are they telling you to do?
Okay. So I got to answer that first. What are these radio broadcasts coming out of the arcade? A very mixed in with the static and some of the random noises and other bits of speech here and there, leaving room for others to add to this. There's a strange series of dots and beeps broadcasted out as well. No one's quite sure what they mean, but when you play it to the eldest people in the community, they all start acting real kind of weird and nervous, and they won't answer any more questions about it.
Who did you say won't answer questions about it?
The eldest people in the community.
Okay.
All people cultists.
And it's
Just
a
in time.
good thing that Alex is back. Alex! Power has been restored to the arcade. But now that the power is back, strange radio broadcasts are coming out of it. What are they? My answer was strange beeps and, like, you know, beeps and whistles shit. I think Morse code. Mixed in with all the static and garbled speech and whatnot. When asked, the elders are asked about it, it seems like they might understand it, but they get real nervous and refuse to answer any questions. So, what all is in this strange broadcast coming out of the arcade?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, obviously it's all very crystal clear Chili's infomercials and/or commercials. A lot of baby back ribs.
Baby back ribs.
All right, Jake.
A 5-minute long commercial for an anti-anxiety medication, but the majority of that commercial is a listing of potential negative side effects.
I got to tell you, I started taking a blood pressure pill. The list of side effects on that thing scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. Is it a tenolol?
No, actually. It turns out I'm allergic to it anyway, so I had to stop.
Oh, lucky you. All right. Anyway, Tyler. What the fuck is coming out on these radio broadcasts?
Coming from the arcade or radio broadcasts, every once in a while, it'll play the first half of a classic country music song, just enough of the chorus that it gets stuck in your head, and then you never hear it again.
Oh, son of a bee. And it's not like we have an internet to just look up what that song could be.
No. Coming about exes living in Texas and all kinds of weird shit.
Dan, you want to answer your question?
Yep. I think I kind of like your idea. So something about the broadcast has got the parish really worked up.
Okay.
Especially the leader.
Let's see. That was your turn, right, Dan?
Yep.
Okay. Did we reduce die?
Not yet, because the popsicle stick house was supposed to get done.
Popsicle stick is up.
They have done it.
Okay. That means it's my turn. I draw winter. Winter elements destroy a food source. If this was your only food source, add a scarcity. Or winter elements leave everyone cold, tired, and miserable. Project dice are not reduced this week. I'm just going to go with that one because it's easy. So firing range isn't done. Project discussion or discover something new. I think since it's winter, in the snow, people were sledding on the mountain and they discovered an odd rectangular building jutting out of the side of the mountain that wasn't seen before, but the sledders hit it. But there's no doors or windows on it.
Mhm.
Okay. And that's my turn. Alex, it's your turn.
Winter, correct?
What? Winter. Yeah.
All the animals and young children are crying and won't stop. Full discussion about this, in addition to your regular actions this week, or a great atrocity is revealed. What is it? Who uncovers it?
Those are both good.
Sorry, I tried to mute and I failed.
You failed. So
Tried to hold
Alex.
in that sneeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with all the animals and young children are crying and won't stop.
Okay. So we'll hold a discussion. Are you making a statement or asking a question?
I mean, couldn't I just make that statement?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Jake, add to that.
I tried taking my baby to the asylum, and the closer I got, the quieter my baby got.
Take my baby away.
It was Jake. Tyler.
Um, it only stops at high noon and at midnight for 1 minute, and then it immediately resumes again.
Any minute.
And set your clock by it.
Yeah. Dan.
Mm. I feel like sometimes if you go into the wastes, it's not as effective there.
So the crying isn't as intense in the waist. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
These children and animals that are crying. Sometimes in the dark of night, when the crying stops for that minute, I could swear that it seems like they're glowing green a little bit. Alex, do you want to wrap this conversation up?
Hmm. Hmm. Wrap up the statement.
Yeah. Add something to it.
Too many good things already added.
Yeah.
Fine. Mission of the Asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because even the most vicious of animals cry during this time. Even the most burliest dogs, or not dogs,
Squirrels.
they all ran away. Squirrels stop and start to cry.
Okay. Alex, you can.
I'm pretty sure I even saw a dove cry.
That's great.
Damn
All
you,
right.
Seal.
So Alex,
Why do they scream at each other?
Yeah. The firing range is complete. That means it's your turn. Discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
So we have a firing range now.
We have a firing range.
Well, that's good because I want a child militia to fight the subterranean beings.
Is that a project?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. Child Army Project. Go and roll me a
Boy,
d6.
militia was not the word I heard.
That's on you.
Fair enough.
Four weeks. All right, cool. Jake, it's your turn.
Enter time. An infected outsider arrives seeking amnesty. They have some much needed resources with them. Choose one. Welcome them into the community, remove a scarcity, but also introduce an infection into the community, or bar them from entry. What scarcity could they have addressed? How does its need become more dire this week? God. Let's see. Well, we've got metal scarcity. So maybe he comes seeking to give us a whole crap ton of scrap iron, which we are in need of. So we'll let this guy in. But then the mysterious infection will hit. So remove metal as a scarcity.
Okay. Let's see. Metal is no longer a scarcity, so I'm just going to remove it from the list. It's not an abundance, but it's not a scarcity anymore. Yeah, I'll reduce the die. And with that, Jake, you can take the rest of your turn.
Well, since we got this lovely bunch of scrap iron, let's just build a giant drill so we can get to the subterranean assholes
I
sooner.
like it.
Hell yeah, brother.
That's going to take us 5 weeks. Like one of those drill cars from the Technodrome.
Nice. All right, and that is 5 weeks. Let's see. That means it's Tyler's turn.
All right. A headstrong community member takes charge of the community's work effort, or a headstrong community member tries to take control of the community.
So yeah, a project fails, but another one finishes, or no projects are worked on this week.
I think the guy who wanted to build a drill starts rubbing the wrong way with the guy who is trying to create an army of child soldiers. And since the guy with the child soldiers has soldiers, kills them.
Okay.
So the child soldiers are ready early with that extra training, but unfortunately the drill is not going to get finished.
Okay. No more
Yeah,
drill.
brother.
Child Army Uprising.
Coney 2020.
Oh God.
Liquid
2046.
Snake 2077.
There you go.
All right. We don't need to worry about die because projects are currently resolved.
I
So
tell you, I used to have a friend who would make horrible jokes, and one of the horrible jokes was he would always end sentences like, Kobe. He'd end it with Coney. Just throwing it out there.
okay. What a champ.
Yeah.
All right, Tyler. Discover something new, hold a discussion, start a project.
I want to start a project to break into that mysterious gray block building.
Ooh. Roll me a d6.
Use my army of child soldiers to knock the walls down.
We're not afraid. Everybody, grab a weapon.
3 weeks.
All right, that means it is Dan's turn.
Let's see what we got. Winter is harsh and desperation gives rise to fear-mongering. Spend the week calming the masses and dispelling their violent sentiment. The week ends immediately. Declare war on someone or something. This counts as starting a project. I feel like the raiders have been raiding us. It's time to raid them back now that we've got our child militia.
I like it.
Oh yeah, brother.
Roll me a d6.
I'm so disappointed because I actually had a discussion that I wanted to bring up, and I'm not going to get to. It's a 4. I think that's my last turn for the night.
No, you don't in the rest of your turn. It's only spend the week calming the masses, dispelling their violent sentiments. This week ends, or declare war on
that's
something.
right. Declare war. All right. I was going to say that, like we sent scouts out one time, I think.
We've sent a lot of scouts out.
Once they get, so far away, they wake up in the wastes suddenly.
Oh, so you're making a discussion for a statement. The scouts that went out are just mysteriously back in the wastes.
Yeah.
Oh God, how can I add to that? They could have sworn that they were being followed the entire time. And every now and then out of the corner of their eyes, they swore that they saw some of those stone creatures from the wastes. All right, Alex.
they woke up back in. Is the arcade in the waste?
No, or the wastes are this, yeah, with the concrete animals in it.
It's probably maybe a little
Okay.
bigger than that circle, but
Yeah.
oh well.
I would just add to that. Do I want to add to that?
I didn't know what the scale of our map was going to be at first when I
Let's-
drew the
Yeah,
waste.
it's all abstract.
Yeah.
Woke up in the waste.
Because what I'd be tempted to say at this point is like maybe, oh, that's not what I wanted. Bad me.
Shame.
Is that maybe like the wastes are more like all the way just out this way.
Sure.
The scouts also said that upon waking up in the waste, anything that they kind of hazily remember collecting or finding is no longer with them.
Cool. All right, Jake, you want to add to that?
I saw someone with the outsider's infection walking in front of one of the scouts that came back, and that scout snapped and broke his neck right there on the spot.
So a scout with the outsider's infection?
No, one of the people with the outsider's infection, as the infection spreads, came across one of the scouts, and then the scout broke his neck.
Oh, God.
Killed them to death.
Indeed.
All right, Tyler.
When they wake up back in the wastes, they all have a matching scar on the back of their neck.
I like that one.
Okay, so then it's back to Dan. Dan, I'll leave it up to you. Do you want to, since you made the opening statement, pass the turn along, or do you want to add any more to it?
I was debating about throwing on that also people who have come to the town also can't leave. Like people have come from outside, far and wide, but once they get here,
They're here.
they're here.
Okay. All right, so that is the completion of Dan's turn. Did we reduce the dice?
I don't think we did yet.
All right, so let's do that. That 4 becomes a 3. And that 3 becomes a 2. And with that, it's my turn. I draw a winter card. In preparation for the coming year, the community begins a huge undertaking. Start a project that will take 5 weeks to complete. So the child's army versus the raiders isn't going as well as they would hoped. So the community starts a new child army, a younger child army, to supplement the missing children.
The Child Army draft has been
Navy.
invoked.
All right. This says it has to take 5 weeks. I'm going to go and drag a 4 down there because that'll reduce. And then the child war becomes a 2.
Here's your government issued jumperoo and a pipe rifle. Get to him, kid.
All right. God, discussion. Project. I don't want to start a new project. Discover something new. I think I want to start a discussion revolving around breaking into this gray building. I want to make a statement. The closer we get to entry into that gray building on the mountain slopes, strange noises can be heard from coming inside. What are those sounds? Alex, I'll let you start it off.
They coming from again, you said?
Inside that gray building with no doors or windows.
What was your question specifically?
Strange noises can be heard coming from inside the gray building without doors and windows. What are those noises?
Oh, it's a ton of voices, but the most coherent one saying the most dastardly of spells, which is "I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back," and that's all. It never continues on.
It is the Chili's.
All right, Jake.
Somebody talking about high blood pressure, suicidal ideation, uh, a strange sense of calm in the most dire of circumstances. Just a bunch of really weird, like, states of mind. Just a continuous list of them. Anxiety is not among them, though.
All right. Tyler.
Just guitar, no words. Just like country guitar. More and more aggressively.
Is that new Crawford and Son? What?
Dan.
I kind of figured that there's sound of machinery in there, originally mistaken for the sound of ours, but it's theirs.
Okay. And that wraps my turn. So we'll kick it over to Alex. Alex and Jake, you two are going to take your turns. And then once Jake's turn is over, that is when we're going to say Tyler drew the Shepherds of Winter and the year is over. So, Alex, you're up.
You're correct. So
Winter.
time has come to consolidate your efforts and your borders. Projects located outside the settlement fell, and all remaining projects are reduced by 2 this week. Or someone finds a curious opportunity on the edge of the map. Start a project related to this discovery. Somebody finds a curious opportunity. What would be a good opportunity for people surviving in a wasteland?
That is a question.
How deep is the water by this area?
I don't think anyone's ever defined that.
Can't be too deep because water is a scarcity.
That is true.
Oh, good point. Good point.
Either that or it's not drinkable water, maybe. Usable, but maybe not drinkable.
What are the other scarcities that we have?
Our scarcities are concrete mix, water, the super growing soil.
We find actually on the edge of the map. My scroll buttons don't work, so I'm not going to draw it. On one of the edges of the map, we find a construction place that seems to have a large amount of concrete. But I guess what makes this a curious opportunity is there seems to be some of those weird animal things in there too.
Okay, so I'll say, why don't we draw it like kind of up above the apartment and off to the side? And we'll call this construction site. With concrete. But
Hold on, I'll be right back.
sure.
Hmm.
It says you got to start a project related to this. Okay. Is your project, Alex, just recovering that concrete?
Of course, he just stepped away. So
So here, yes.
Okay. Give me a D6 roll.
how long do we reclaim the concrete?
Damn. 5 weeks.
Our children are doing so much work right now.
They are.
No wonder all their children are crying.
Right. All right. So then dice get reduced. That becomes a 4. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 2 or 1. All right. So project that was completed this week is breaking into the gray block building. So Alex, it is your regular turn now.
Gotta roll us a winter.
He already rolled
no.
winter. Now it's a create a project, do a discovery, or hold a discussion.
Did we ever go to war with the subterranean people? Have we done that yet?
No. We keep
So
talking
we
about
created
it.
the army, but the army got used against the raiders
Yeah,
instead.
right now the army is battling the raiders.
My discussion is, should we continue fighting the raiders?
Okay. Jake, you want to answer that?
It really does seem like this whole conflict is over nothing, doesn't it?
Tyler isn't here, so Dan?
I don't know. The raiders are stealing our food and they're trying to steal our guns that our child army uses. I mean, if we shoot them with the guns with the child army, then they can't steal the guns from the child army.
Draconian of you.
I'll answer no. Because they're not the real threat. The real threat, as Timothy Chalamet reported back, were these subterranean vault dwellers who are somehow walking around us without us even knowing they're here.
Yeah.
Alex, you want to answer that?
Obviously, I want to say no. Because the Raiders are just trying to survive, which we're all trying to do. But the subterranean people are trying to steal our ancient technology, or I don't know if it's ancient, our mysterious technology. Therefore, they're evil. Subterranean people are evil, and therefore they should be the priority.
Tyler, should we continue the war with the Raiders? If you're making
Think you're muted.
noises, it's not coming through.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Is it Raiders or Mo people, or what's the...
Should we, right now, the Child Army is warring with the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
Should we continue that war?
I mean, the war has already began. Why not?
Sure.
Finishes this turn, anyways. Soon the war will be over.
Okay. Have we reduced the dice? We just reduced the die. And that's Alex's turn, so that means it is now Jake's turn.
Ace of spades. Now is the time to conserve energy and resources. A project fails, but gain in abundance, or now is the time for hurried labor and final efforts. A project finishes early, but gain a scarcity. Uh,
One of those things fell off of them.
Oh no. What fell off?
Oh, a dog. Sorry.
So Jake?
I wasn't muted.
yeah, that's a difficult choice.
Yeah.
A very rough snowfall blows through, preventing our even younger conscripted child army from finishing their training. But the water from the melted snow is pure, so we got that going for us now.
Water is no longer a scarcity, but Child Army 2.0 falls apart.
The guns are just
Mercifully,
too heavy.
Mercifully, it seems though that it also helped us defeat the Raiders anyway. So hooray!
Yeah. Want to reduce?
So yeah, water is now in abundance.
Oh, I just removed it. Let me add that back. All right. Dice are adjusted. That means it's your turn, Jake.
Okay. I'm going to discover something new.
Oh, what'd you find?
Inside the block building with no doors or windows.
Oh, shit. What's inside?
Nothing.
Oh, it's empty.
Yeah.
That, I think, is worse than it being something.
Especially with all the sounds coming out of it.
Hmm.
Or maybe not now.
Okay, with that, we wrap the quiet year. I will then take all of this and clean it up, refine it, and get it turned into a Fallout 2D10 setting that we'll play here in this time slot after Joe's done with his Anvia stuff.
Let's hope we don't roll children.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Well, I guess now they're safe. So
Yeah, the child army's done.
yeah.
They did a good job.
Now.
Yeah. So a couple things I want to put out there. So rules, and I'll make sure to get Joe up on that. I'm currently working on the table. It is a tedious giant pain in the ass because there's so much shit that I have to program in. But I'm getting there. When we go to make characters for it, everyone's going to have to pick a survivor. So no vault dwellers, no mutants, no super mutants. Because as we're all going to be residents of this community is populated by survivors, humans. So everyone gets to be a survivor. But yeah, let's wrap it up because I am tired. And
Definitely.
yeah. So you've been watching The Quiet Year, Part 2. Let's see. Tomorrow, 1 p.m. over on twitch.tv/Grim and Perilous Plays. I'll be running some Strixhaven. Tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Central, over on twitch.tv/Goodman Games Official. Bert will be running some Weird Frontiers. On both of those games, you can catch Jake, Dan, and I. Nothing on Sunday. Monday, I'll be hanging out over on the Lollygaggers, twitch.tv/Lollygaggers, for some Deadlands. Wednesday, we'll be back here on Defenders for some more Thunder Rift, the Forbidden Lands. Once again, Jake, Dan, and I will be there for that. Nothing next Thursday. Actually, this coming Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central on twitch.tv/Goodman Games Official, we're going to be playing some Tiny Tina's Wonderland, so you can catch that. And yeah, next Friday, we should be here back at this time slot playing some Anvia. So until we see you next time, start fires, do drugs, and all hail Old Man Pumpernickel V.
Yeah.
May there never be a sixth. Let me hit the end button. And yeah, we're out of here. Thanks for watching. Deuces.